Yo, Brett Parker here, Handicapped Scratch. Today I'm down here at Priors Hayes Golf Club in Cheshire. I'm doing a putter review. Specifically, I have in my hands a TaylorMade OS CB Daytona. Now the CB basically is the more forgiving option. It's the one that I have to test at the minute. Yeah. If you haven't seen my review already on the Ping Volt Voss, check that out in the description down below. I'm testing putters at the minute because I've never really been fitted. I've never really tried too many putters. I've always kind of been an opportunist. A certain putter's come up, so I've purchased that because that's what I like the look of. And I think I'm owed the opportunity to test a few clubs, so here I am. Down by the ball, the Daytona CB OS. It looks nice. If you haven't seen the review already of the Ping Volt, one thing I didn't like is how the line is away from the top of the head. Now, what I mean specifically by that is the way that the head is shaped. The red and white line are not on the top of the club; they're behind the club. Now, what I don't like about this is when I stand over the ball, depending on what perspective I'm at, will depend on where I'm hitting it out at the centre or whether or not I've got it lined up. Now, my B201 has the same problem. It has the line behind the ball, so again, similar sort of problem. But I do like looking down behind the ball and seeing a visible line right on the front of the head, or a dot, or two dots, or some sort of indication that is where you should hit it from. Now, obviously, that sounds a little bit silly because obviously I should be hitting it out the centre of the face, but it gives me that reassurance. So, yeah. TaylorMade's obviously technology in the face is there. The CB version is slightly bigger. It's there designed to give more room for margin of error. If I hit more off-centered strikes, it's almost acting like a mallet, really. It's that big. Looking down on it, it doesn't look too big. It's not overwhelming. Let's give it a hit. Oh, nearly. Now, it is nice to hit. Well, the only negative would be, if you haven't seen my review of the Ping Volt, as I keep mentioning, that one sounded very clicky, very ping, very noticeable, audible sound. This is almost the opposite. This feels very, very hollow, very heavy, but very hollow when I hit the ball. It almost sounds like, I don't even know what it sounds like. It sounds like there's just a hollow head and I'm tapping the ball against it. It sounds like you can hear it almost echoing inside the head. I know that obviously that's not what's going on, but that's what it sounds to me. In the putter, they've got a TaylorMade branded Super Stroke. It's the 2XXL. I believe these are standard, but obviously custom fit to your preference you can get. I do like this putter. I found that it's very, very easy to hit. I can hit it anywhere across the face and still get away with it. Go on, there we go. I can hit it anywhere in the face and still get away with it. Out of the toe, the heel. I can't hit it to an extremities because the head's so big. The face on the head actually isn't as big as the head. So I can't hit it at its extremities because obviously I'm no longer hitting it on the face. But off-centered strikes are good. I found I could always get to the hole. No matter where I hit it, go on, might be going in the bag. My only negative would be looking down on it, and it's a negative that I've got with a Ping, it's a negative that I've got with my Nike. It's a negative I need to address or just get over. I know it's something I'd go to love, lots and lots of practice. I would definitely be, I'd definitely get used to it. I'd definitely get used to looking down at the ball, noticing, right, that's how I lined it up. Thousands and thousands of putts, I would get used to it. I do like this putter. I'm not the greatest of putters, as self-confessed. I've not had too many putter lessons. It's something that I do need to invest in and do need to look at in the future. But I do like this. This gives me a lot of forgiveness. The only thing I didn't like this testing is a biased one. Obviously, I hold 2 in the 4 out of this one. In testing that I have done outside of the camera, I did notice that I couldn't keep them online on the longer putts. Shorter putts wasn't a problem. I could hole a lot of putts, a lot of percentage. I know that I'm not supposed to hole as many putts on the longer putts, but I did find that these were always starting offline. Now, it's possibly my eye, it's possibly the way I'm looking at the blade, it's possibly the putter itself, it just doesn't suit me. It's possibly all of those things. It could just be the sample of size of testing that I did, but in initial observations, I couldn't quite get it to start online. I would be interested to see what the non-CB version of this is. I'll have to ask down at Hertford Driving Range if they do have the non-CB version, see what the difference is. Does it offer me as much forgiveness as this? Do I notice the difference? Is it just something that's in like mediocre testing, like, you know, small batch testing, that I did notice that this helped me? Or is it on a larger scale that the CB does really help with off-centered strikes? Comment down below. Are you going to try out this putter? Have you tried out the non-CB version? Are you looking for a new putter this Christmas? If you are, check out Hertford or Priors Hayes Golf Club. They've got a massive stock of putters in range. Come down to the shop at Hertford Driving Range, test out what you like, and get yourself a new putter. Hit like if you like this video, subscribe down below if you haven't already, and check out the end of the video. There's always a promotion with anything that I do with Hertford or Priors Hayes. Speaking of Hertford Driving Range, our friends here at Hertford have given a promotion for the people watching this video. If you're in the area and you spend a qualifying purchase in store, you will get a free token for 50 balls at the range. Qualifying purchase is £20 and you must mention the word handicap to scratch. So if you're in need for balls this winter, glove, clothing, a new club, or you're just in time for Christmas to get yourself that new 917 driver that you were looking for, get yourself down here, qualifying purchase of £20, handicap to scratch, and get on the range and hit some balls.